Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
Supports are used to minimize the vibrations transmitted to the body during the operation of the engine and transmission. Consider how to install the engine cushion, so as not to reduce its resource and not to accelerate the appearance of knocks. In the video we will show the process of replacement with our own hands. Structural features. Rigid engine mounting contributes to the transmission of noises into the car interior and increases the load on the internal combustion. Engine parts, since when passing bumps, the body inevitably plays. Therefore, vibration damping materials are used in the design of cushions. In modern automobile industry, several types of support design are used. Rubber metal cushion. The units are attached to metal elements, between which there is a layer of rubber. Identical design has silent blocks used in the suspension of the car. This type of cushion is the most common, since it has a long resource and low production costs. In some types of rubber metal supports, springs are used to increase rigidity, as well as buffer elements that reduce shock loads. As a damping material, rubber alloy or polyurethane is used. Hydraulic cushion. The principle of action is close to the work of shock absorbers. The design of hydraulic supports is more progressive, since it allows you to adapt the damping of vibrations to the changing amplitude of engine and gearbox vibrations. The device assumes the presence of a working fluid, diaphragm, upper, working, and lower, expansion, chambers, as well as a throttling channel. At idle speeds, the vibrations of the internal combustion engine are damped by the diaphragm. When the revolutions increase, the diaphragm stiffness is not enough, so the damping of vibrations begins to be carried out by hydraulic fluid. Thanks to this principle of operation, the cushion remains soft at idle, changing stiffness only as the engine speed increases. We will not consider the device of electromagnetic and electrovacuum engine cushions, as they are found only on cars of executive class, where the replacement of the engine cushion with their own hands, a phenomenon on the verge of fantasy. Where the engine mount is located and what it looks like pillows can attach the engine to the subframe, frame or directly to the car body. The photo shows the main types of supports, so that even a novice motorist can find the engine support on his car by analogy. For a reliable fixation of the motor, at least 3 cushions are used. Most often a scheme with 3 lower and 2 upper supports is used. Symptoms of breakage. Engine cushions do not have a clearly defined operational life, and therefore replacement in most cases occurs only after the manifestation of characteristic symptoms, the appearance of vibrations only during acceleration or at low speeds. Muffled knocks when shifting gears, dropping the throttle or pressing the accelerator pedal sharply. The engine starts to shake when the gearbox selector is shifted to D or R position, for cars with automatic transmission. Diagnostics show that the replacement of the engine cushions was not in vain. It is necessary to pay due attention to diagnostics. The main malfunctions, subsidence of the rubber layer, as a result of which the metal parts of the support begin to contact, thereby transmitting vibrations from the cushions to the body, characteristic only for some types of construction. Detachment of the rubber layer from the metal shells, which leads to chattering, cracks, tears in the rubber, destruction of the damping layer due to ingress of engine oil or other technical liquids that corrode the rubber of the cushions, depressurization, as a result of which the working fluid, usually hydraulic fluid or propylene glycol used in the manufacture of antifreeze, leaks out of the hydraulic support. Breaking of the metal bracket. The breakage is rare, but still happens. Checking should start with a visual inspection. If no obvious signs of malfunction were not detected, it is necessary to start the engine. The upper cushions can be observed by opening the hood. The rear and side supports are most often clearly visible from the inspection pit. Ask a helper to spin the engine as vibrations can manifest themselves only in a certain frequency of revolutions. It is not unreasonable to move, and in an auto with an automatic transmission to move the selector in turn to all positions. Often the knocks of the cushion are manifested when starting and stopping the internal combustion engine. Tools for repair with your own hands. In order to install the engine cushion, you will need a set of wrenches and sockets. The exact number depends on the size of the bolts used on the old and new pads, as well as the number of parts that will have to be removed to gain access to the supports. All this information can be found in the service and repair manual for your car model. A jack that will be used to support the engine while the replacement takes place, removal and installation. If you look into the essence of the question, then independently replace the engine cushions can be replaced even with basic locksmith skills. A brief description of the process: we install chocks. It is desirable to remove the dash of the battery, if the work will take place near the starter. Dismantle the elements that block access to the fasteners. Unscrew the fixing bolts and nuts. If after unscrewing the nut it turns out that the bolt is stuck and does not come out by hand, pry it up with a small lever. If you have unscrewed all the support fasteners and it won't come out, try lowering or raising the engine a little with a jack. There is a possibility that the motor, slightly skewed, clamped the pillow. Installation of a new support and assembly is carried out in the reverse order. As with removal, in order to install the support, you may have to adjust the position of the engine with the jack. If you don't have enough locksmith experience, you can find all the necessary tightening torques, as well as a detailed guide to replacing the pads in your vehicle's service manual. If you are replacing all engine or transmission mounts, you should replace them sequentially. Only one mounting point should be unscrewed. Purchase, install original or analog. Replacing the cushions will relieve you of the symptoms described above only if the new part corresponds to the characteristics of the original support. Often drivers, trying to save money, install cheap analogs from dubious brands. After installing the cushions, vibrations not only do not disappear, but can also increase. It's all about the quality of rubber materials used in the manufacture of supports. If your cushions need to be replaced, it is better to buy an original part or an analog from a proven manufacturer. How to change the engine pads. Replacing the hydraulic engine mount. In conclusion, the correct installation of engine cushions is crucial for ensuring optimal engine performance and longevity. By following the proper steps and guidelines, you can minimize vibrations, reduce noise, and enhance the overall driving experience. Remember to always consult your vehicle's manual and, if necessary, seek professional assistance to ensure that the installation is done correctly. Taking the time to do it right will pay off in the long run, keeping your engine running smoothly and efficiently. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this information helpful.